it's like, wow, that's kind of cool. I got to see you kind of like grow locally, but you also like went out of town and sourced your own musicians and then came back as like almost this prodigal son of, the area. And we're like, hey, I started a band, let's play some stuff. And, coming back, you guys got a slot that was pretty much like the support of the headliner, which is pretty wild. You go from opening the show to supporting the headliner.
So that was actually meant a lot to me too. And, I talked to Scott about it, and big shout out to Scott for putting that on and doing the hard work that he does to make sure that runs smoothly, Scott Dahl, for all that don't know, but I'm sure you do.
Yeah, everyone in that Rock and Picnic committee. I mean, there's other people. Scott's just like the figurehead that stands there at the festival. But
talks. But and that's one thing, man. When Scott, he had reached out to me like back in January or February or something. He's like, hey, about playing. And I was like, dude, of course.
Yeah.
I want to go back because, I want to redeem myself, from my first time playing there. And not that we needed to, or anything, but I got to talking to Scott about this last night, and I was like, man, we're just starting back then, and I'm not happy with that show compared to now. I wouldn't be if I played like that. And I don't want to say it was a bad show or anything, but I was still trying to find my sound, what I wanted to sound like,
Yep.
And I think I've got that now. And that's like, I've got my tone, kind of set up like, hey, this is, when you hear my guitar play, people are like, when you're playing, we can tell it's you.
Yep.
So that's cool. But, and it just came back to the fact, like, man, that was kind of one of our first shows we ever played. And I was like, yeah, we're like 20 times the musicians we were then. Like me and Travis, anyway. Bob's been doing it his whole life. But, and it just felt good to go out there. And I think I put a good set together.
Yeah.
I mean, and my goal, I told Scott, my goal was to go out there and try to not stop. I just want to keep rocking and rolling, I just want to blow people's faces off, basically, is what I said, And Scott said, hey, you did a good job at it, and I was like, yeah, thanks, dude. I'm incredibly proud of myself.
Yeah.
And the show I put on. So, and it just means a lot to be back and doing that, kind of where it started,
Yeah, that makes me think of the old adage, like if you're up on stage talking, you're not playing, which means that you're, can you play? It's always these like, can you fill the time slot if you're up there talking for,
right.
a quarter of the time? Or like if you're just waiting and trying to like figure out what the next song is, it kind of gets painful. Even up on stage, you're just like, we need to do something. So
it's awkward,
Yeah.
Like even watching and people sometimes it's like, hey, what the heck?
Yep.
But I've been on stage too where like, hey, what are we going to play? And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Somebody name something.
Yeah.